On this week's Health and Wellness, Meghan Gilroy looks at how spirituality and the body connect as she continues her interview with Janeen Barnett.
Eastern philosophy and Western theology both address the body, mind, and spirit, just from different points of view. And today I am here with Janeen Barnett, who is well-versed in Eastern traditions and is also an active member of our Christian church. And we are going to explore how the East and the West can help us journey back to our true self. So thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for having me.
So explain this. How do the Eastern body and Western theology come together?
So there's a reality to the Eastern body that we know through thousands of years coming out of China and Japan and India. Most notably is acupuncture. So that study and that knowledge base of this innate science and the energetic circulation and the balance on that side of us comes from the East. And there's great religious traditions that go along with it. Yoga is one that where they collide quite nicely in India. People who practice yoga in India really are doing it from a spiritual perspective.
Right.
But when we moved west with our theology, and our Christian theology in particular, we kind of lost that connection. And then we became a very scientific world in the West and lost it almost completely. And so it really resonated with me when I heard about Carolyn Myss. She had put the 7 sacraments of the Roman Catholic Church, theological understanding, to the 7 chakras of the body. And when I read that, I went, oh, that just makes complete and perfect sense.
So explain that a little bit. How do chakras align with Christianity?
Well, if you look at actually the 7 chakras of the body, and I will call them all different things because chakra is a word from India. So they could be wheels or energy centers or whatever word you want to use for them. They align because there are 7 of them, 7 sacraments of the church, and you can actually take that broader and look at a piano scale which has 7 notes.
Right.
So this concept of 7 is actually a divine number that informs a lot of different things.
And so how would that connect to something that was Christian or?
Well, let's just take the 7 sacraments and talk about the 7 chakras. So the root chakra is where we hold tribal information on an energetic level. It's where baptism occurs on a Christian perspective. So it's about who's your family, which baptism is baptizing you into the family of God. And so the questions of who's your family and what experiences are held there and how do those two interact and inform who you are today, just as a basic example.
So how would blending the East and West help you really come back to your true nature beyond what you might believe based on your family or society?
Well, I would think that it's really a new, for me anyway, it's a new idea, something that I've been exploring and something that I've been working on. And I've actually come up with a program, a retreat that's almost finished, called The Journey Back to the True Self, and has Christian language. How do the Psalms, how do certain Christian tenets, how do certain scriptures let go and let God? Where does that go in the energetic body? It goes here, the crown chakra. So I've been working on that, and I hope to have that available to the world. Other than Carolyn Myss, I don't know anyone out there at this point that's really exploring that.
And if you're not Christian, could you still benefit in some way from understanding how these two are connected?
Yes, I think so, because in America, Christianity is our main religious tradition. So even if we weren't brought up in that tradition, our culture is still formed by that. And so it might help enlighten all of our understandings of how that collides.
In each other.
In each other.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. If you are interested in this new exploration between Christianity and Eastern body, you can contact Janeen at janeenbarnett@yahoo.com. And we are coming up to the new year. Happy New Year. I know all of us are interested in meeting it with health and balance and well-being. So we're going to talk to Janeen about some practical suggestions on how to do so.